very, I guess, emotional video. Uh, like I'm gonna talk about my ex-girlfriend, basically the love of my life, and it's not because I'm a teenager and think, wow, I'm in a relationship and my wee wee feels nice when I'm with her. Yeah, yeah, but it's like I think like saying that's your true love is something stupid, you know? Because like I'm like more, how shall I say? I was never a very emotional person, so I was like always like I thought yes, like I'm like sometimes emotionless, you could say. So when people were crying or doing stuff about it, like I was really like I'm like always like weirded out or thinking they're exaggerating, you know, that are like that they need to chill a little. They taking it too far. So for me to call someone due to personal reasons before I call someone my true love, that was like really something. I wouldn't give that title to someone very easily. So I really, before I became that stupid, because I know what the fuck it was gonna mean to me when I found that person, I really looked it through very much. So I told you about that. I discovered that she was a Muslim and all that stuff. So yeah, we did do some things together. Yeah, like sexually. Uh, she always thought it was because I was horny and stuff, and that pains me. And I never corrected her on it because it hurt me that she thought that, you know. And yeah, I think yeah. Well, I I don't think that she like looked about what she can do and what she cannot do sexually, you know. Like I mean like I told her I heard it in my country that like apparently like a Muslim woman, when like after the marriage they need to have sex, uh that like the bride needs to bleed, you know. And like if she doesn't bleed in the vagina, basically, that she gets like poked with a needle or something in her finger, you know. So she really needs to bleed for some reason. I heard that, and I do not know if that's true. You can correct me if it's not, but like yeah, well that's well, that's basically what I heard. So I told her that, and she didn't even know that. Like, so I guess she didn't look that well about sexually, maybe just religion. Yeah, yeah, could be. I don't know. Because yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, but like for some reason, knowing her, she probably will not have looked it through that much because she isn't ready for it. Oh, wait, I hear myself again in your mic. Well, not. Yeah, well, I don't know. Now it's not anymore. But yeah, she probably didn't look that up, I think. I'm not sure. But she when we broke up, she said it was because she was Muslim and I wasn't. And that's when she made me mad again about her being Muslim, because I never knew that she was Muslim. Like I said, I found it out when I was at her parents, and she always went up for long times. And when I went to check, after a few times, you start to wonder what is she doing? Like, okay, she's showering, then she is like doing her hair and all that stuff. But then it takes too long, and if that happens a few times, you start to wonder. So I'm like, I'm going up. Like, no. Like, we were at her home, right? And she said, like, I'm going upstairs to wash myself and all that. But sometimes it took way too long, and I'm like, yeah, she's a female. She's doing her hair. She's changing clothes, all that stuff. But after a while, it takes a long time, or it wasn't because she needed to wash. She says, like, I'm just going upstairs a little, and I was sitting in the living room, right? But after she does that a while, you start to wonder, like, what the fuck is she doing there so long? So after a while, I started to get annoyed. I was like, now I want to know what she's doing. So I went up, and I opened the door of her room, and I started praying. And I think she actually got up, which you're probably not supposed to do when you're praying. And I was like, what the fuck? So I really was angry that she lied about me, didn't tell me anything. But like after the relationship, she told me that it was a problem for her that I wasn't religious and she was. And that's when she angered me again. Because like I learned to place it. I gave it a place. I started to love her for it, for being a Muslim. Although I was like, due to my own like feelings and perspective about God, I was like more skeptical about like Muslims in it. Yes. Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know what she's reading. Like I don't want to like get involved. Yeah, that's why I always asked her. Like I wanted her to tell it because it sounded more nice when she told it me. And like but never mind. Like she lied, and I gave it a place. I learned to place it. I coped with it. Started to love it for her, even though I didn't want it or liked it at first. I hated it actually, and she lied for it. No, I hated it. I can't tell. I hated it, and not only because she lied, but just like the problem it's gonna give me, like, and us, because I like am so far apart about thinking how she thinks, from what she thinks to what I think. It's a big gap between. So it was a hard thing, and it was like gonna, how shall I say, like put some conflicts between us. And I knew that, so I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be shitty, and you didn't tell me, and it was a big thing that I needed to know from the beginning. Because she was in a long time before we started to date, so she couldn't like tell me like that she did it meanwhile or after that we were dating. But she was like a person that she would never tell or think. So it mind fucked me a little when I went up to try to place it. I always went to her room when she was praying and sit next to her. I was like, why is that? And why do you do the little chain thing with the little dots, you know? with the that you need to count all those little circle ball things. Like you have a chain with all these little balls, and yeah, I don't know, but she's like counting, and like I started to ask questions about that, and was like, how do you fold your little praying hoodie thing? And that, and I started to place it and learn it, because like it was so weird, because she was so smart, and like she followed like a scientifically. She was like trying to study for doctor, and she did like science and stuff in class. It was like she would be like one of those persons who needed scientifically proof before she would like be religious. So that's what mindfucked me. And if you would see her move and like wait a second. Where? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, she didn't. And if you would see her and see how she is, you would never tell that she was Muslim. So I gave it a place. I started to love her for it, which was pretty hard. And I guess if I can like be kind to myself, basically, that was a nice thing for me to do. Like, but thing is, in the end, when we broke up, she told that one of the reasons was that I wasn't a Muslim and she was, and that made me angry, because she knew from the beginning that I wasn't a Muslim. I was very open about it. That's, I think, when I'm talking to a girl, also when you say a few things, that's like one of the first things I would say, like, what's your view on religion and stuff, so that didn't get in the way. So she knew it from the beginning, and she was like, yeah, I'm sorry that I started to love you and stuff. I was like, no, that's not what I mean, but like, you cannot like love me for being an atheist and not believing and stuff and accepting that, although you're Muslim, and then after a while be angry about it. You knew it from the beginning, and you accepted it from the beginning, and you loved me for it from the beginning.
What did she tell you? Did she tell you when you told her that?
I think she just shut up. I think she didn't know, yeah, or she's like, well, I'm sorry for loving you then, like, you know. But that's not what I meant. I think she doesn't know what she is saying. She was also not ready. I can tell now she was just not ready for a relationship. I was like, you knew from the beginning what you were getting into. She's like, yeah, I'm sorry for loving you then. Like, I shouldn't. Oh, it's already hard enough for me that, because I can tell that she loves me too that well. But an atheist. Yeah. Yeah, she told me. Yeah, she told me that.
Islamic man, a Muslim can marry any religion.
Yeah, I know. She told me that the best thing, except for Muslim marrying, would be a Christian, because like Muslim came from Christianity and stuff. She told me all that stuff. But I'm like, yeah, I says like, why? And she's like, yeah, because like you're an atheist and you might want to convince me that not to be religious. And I said like, no, you're wrong. I could do that, but I learned to accept it, and I learned to love you for it. And like about cheating, I know that you're not going to, but like you said yourself, that's one reason more not to, because you don't do that in religion. I know, but that's the loophole that she said, because I already accepted it. I already love her for it, and it's something that she needs, something that makes her happy, something that makes her calm, like release her stress basically about things. Like, yeah, God is with me. If that thoughts has value for it, for you, and like makes you able to live better, or makes, yeah, I mean, like, why would I take it from the woman that I love? Why would I take it from my wife?
Have you thought about when you have a kids,
Yeah.
what's going to
I,
be
I'm I'm very I'm very clear. I told her very clearly, you're not gonna force that on to our children. You can tell them about it. You can tell them stories, but in the end, I will not let you. I will not like tolerate you like forcing it.
a big problem in your right?
No, 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 no. It's not a problem because she may tell about it. She may let them learn. But I want in the end to be the decision from them. I don't want it to be forced.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think that's a pretty right one.
Be forced. Nobody should. Nobody should ever be forced. It's something.
Yeah.
It has to be from your own. You have to follow your heart. You know, when I joined the thing, it's really hard to sum up an attribute or a characteristic for God. You know?
Yeah, she also told me that you cannot draw, that nobody may draw God because not everyone will agree of how he looks, and everyone, yeah, it's basically when you draw God, it's a disgrace, she says to me, because like everyone has a different view of God, and like nobody can draw God as beautiful as God really is. That's, but like she said, like, yeah, and better a Christian than to marry with, because like they are kind of the same. And you might try to convince me not to believe, and I was like, no, because I love you for it and all that stuff. So it's not true. I have no reason to like, if I see that it's really her choice and it's not like forced by her dad or something, then I don't have a reason to like convince her not to. Like, it's a reason more to be good and all that. She said it herself. So I would never take it from her. It makes her happy. I love her for it. It makes her more interesting to me. So, and it also has this kind of, how shall I say, kind of a fight that I need to go through, a war that I need to go through with her family, you know? And that also is interesting to me, or like I need to prove myself to the family, and that's something that I would like to do. I don't not want to like go in and basically, how shall I say it? I'm gonna say it like a little cruel, you know, like whip my like pass of, yo, I'm a Muslim and I'm in the family. I rather be someone different that they maybe not agree with at first, but that I can convince them, that I can show them that I mean good, that I really love their granddaughter or their daughter or whatever. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, my family isn't gonna. And I'm actually sad that I never told her that at the moment, or that I didn't think that, because I wasn't good with words. This was really stressful for me to try to fix it, and I was never good with words. So sometimes I told her to shut up. And she thinks that's like, yeah, I only want to hear myself speak, which isn't the case. But I'm good with words, but for some reason I could never like express my feelings that well, or say what I wanted to say that well. And when she like talks over me or through me, I don't remember what I was gonna say, and maybe those were the words that maybe changed her mind to like come back to me, you know. And I'm like, now I'm still thinking about it and like how I would do it and stuff. I'm like, she's like, yeah, my fam.
Ask yourself, why this specific girl, this specific religion,
Yeah.
but I don't believe in chance. I don't believe in luck.
Yeah.
I,
I think I believe a little in luck because like I've been on a wrong path for my life pretty long, you know. And like you say, you don't believe in luck, but I mean, um, I think I do because like I was never. How shall I say? I was like sometimes lazy, but sometimes also afraid of losing in school, you know. Also my home situation wasn't that good, so I wasn't motivated that well. But um the thing is, I never really studied, and sometimes I'm sad that I didn't, because like I think I would have been a very good lawyer because I'm good with words and stuff. um and also that interests me, and winning the case, it really like should be a job for me, you know, also for her. So actually it's pretty weird. She never can admit that she's wrong, which is a good thing, like I guess as a lawyer. So like that's what's weird to me, that she wants to become a doctor, but she says it's like with her religion, she helps people, she saves lives, and that's what she really I guess thinks is good. Like I get I see the reason why. Okay, I'll keep killing this guy. He was an asshole to us. Um, but yeah, where was I? Um, uh, yeah, yeah. I think she was better be a lawyer and stuff, but no, she didn't, and that's good, I guess. But the thing is, she's like, yeah, my family's gonna be a problem, and like they are not gonna accept you. And now, I think her, because like they're all Muslim too, and stuff, and I guess less open-minded. But there was all the.
as much as it's really,
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, also, yeah, but they're not like open-minded that maybe the the atheist will not change her religion because he already accepted it, and he already loves her for it. You know? So that's not what I did. I was not never planning to, never going to. I mean, like that's like something for her. It does not stand in my way anymore, you know? So it helps her. I love her for it, and it doesn't stand in my way anymore. So I have like literally no reason to try to convince her not to. And but she's like, yeah, they're not gonna accept you, because probably like that I'm Belgian. Although she is half Belgian as well. I mean, like her mom wasn't was Belgian, you know. So her dad didn't even knew that she had a boyfriend. She was very scared to tell him as well. I was like, now I'm thinking, why didn't I say that? Now I'm thinking like, that's my problem. That's actually not yours. It's me not getting accepted by your dad, me not getting accepted by your family, and it's me that needs to convince them. The only thing that you need to do is have courage to tell them basically that I'm here to stay. That's all that she needs to do. I need to convince them that I'm good, basically. And like, she's like, yeah. A little bit. Like it's a little bit of the religion, but also that I'm maybe not good enough and all that, and that I like everything is a little bit about the religion, and because I do not have that religion, I'm not good enough. That's kind of basically how it's gonna be. But I need to just like teach them or tell them that I'm not. That's not my intention, and She doesn't realize that it's not actually her problem, but more mine. And I'm up for it. I'm good with words. I'll tell them. But we need to both be ballsy. If I see that like reasoning is not gonna work, then we both need to be ballsy and tell them, well, I'm here to stay anyway. I want to love those people. I want to love her grandma. I want to love her dad and all that stuff. But yeah, I love her. Even though if they will not accept me and love me, I will love them because they love her and I love her and she loves her. You know, I don't care if she doesn't. If they don't accept me, I will still love them because she loves them and they are important to them. But we both need to just like have balls. Well, I have the balls, but she needs to support me with it. No. Yeah. Also, I said like if. Yeah. Yeah. No, we didn't just have chemistry. It was much more than that. But like, it was much more than chemistry. Like I had chemistry with girls that I loved, that I thought, wow, this is the one. Like people of my age have a relationship. But this was much more. I was like, huh, this is much more. This could be like my first like really serious big love, or this could be the one. And I no, because I'm not religion. I'm not religious at all. Like I think it's if I may say it that way, I think it's just bullshit. Like the stories, like I remember sitting in class in a Christian school, and like they were talking about Jesus, like yeah, and this man couldn't walk, and then Jesus came by, and suddenly the man could walk. I'm like, wow, woman, you're fucking 60 or something. I was like in the second. I was like, these were like the first years that I'm like learning to write, and I was already thinking that. I was like, wow, woman, you're like 60 and you're really believing this shit. I mean, like this just sounds like an early street musician or something, like an early street artist. Like, you know, wow, everyone thinks that I'm an asshole because like I'm telling God is my dad. Let's show them. People were dumb back then. They just believed. That was just my vision. It's like a really rude vision, but that's like cruel. But that's gets the point across. What I thought, you know. Now get the fuck back down. Yeah. 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 Believe. The G. Yeah. Yeah.
What is that?
Mm.
What makes me feel safe?
Oh.
And what makes me feel dangerous? Sometimes I just walk out of the bed in a horrible way, and I thought myself happy. I thought myself, okay, I'm in a good mood today. And in other, what's wrong with me? Why I'm worried? I'm worried and there is something. I feel fear in me, but I feel something's wrong. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I love the children. I love them.
Yeah. They're.
How I was a child, I don't remember anything from being born. You
Yeah.
know, how does this happen? You know, you know that kind of questions about what. For
Yeah.
example, I really love my parents, and
Hmm.
anyone actually, any normal person who's not experiencing it's okay. We love them because they raised us. They are always there for us,
I don't love my mom.
and
I fucking hate her. So it's not very relatable to me what you're now saying. It's not very relatable.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I know this type of feelings can be so complicated.
Yeah.
For example, away from something like you got your mother.
Sometimes. I how shall I say, I love him, but it's hard to love a lot of people that I loved and put very high on my list, basically wronged me or left me. So every once in a while, like when they did, I just blocked them off, blocked them out, and I really just like let them basically stay out. I don't let them back in, you know. Like my dad said something that I thought he would never say, and I cannot like, I can forgive him, but I cannot forget. If you get what I mean. Like, and he's so angry. He's so angry before because of it, but I don't care. I mean, like, he said it.
Actually, my accident that I told you about was because of him, which made me crazy. You know, I felt aggrieved by him. You know, so I was wondering
Look out!
when you met a person and you love him. Let's take me as usual for an example. What does make you feel comfortable for you?
Oh fuck! I cannot attack this guy. That's why I couldn't do shit. Ah, you filthy asshole. He has partied with me, so that's why I cannot like think. Okay, but what why was I with the story about the girl that I love? I was telling you something, but you we got we
Love her. Why did you love her?
she
Specifically.
specifically her. Well, it's like the easiest things. She says like she was a little angry sometimes when I told her that it was because of the looks. It wasn't because of the looks. It was the looks that basically drew me to her. She's like, oh, that was also one of those things that she was angry about, that um, that I might not like want to date her when she would have weared like the hoodie thing from Muslims. She's like, yeah, what if I would wear that day that you saw me for the first time? Because like we had like this playground on our school, and you had like a playground behind and a playground in front of it, and you need to walk through the playground inside to get to the other side. And she walked through it, and it was so magical, basically, like kind of in a movie. Like everything slowed down. I was like, wow, she is pretty. Yeah, she was pretty, but I kept on walking and I did nothing with it. Like I was trying to get a lot of girls then. Not like I didn't have a lot of girls, but I was like I really needed love at that point for some reason. And it was like it was
Who put that scene? Who made this happen?
she walking through the door. Like I'm not gonna say God. You're trying to let me say God, but it was just her walking.
No, not really. I'm just.
Okay, but let me finish. Let me finish my story. Like, she she walked through that hallway, and it was like I really need love, and I was looking for this girl, certainly this girl. Sometimes, like I get rejected here and there, you know. But for some reason, it was really weird. I was like, wow. It was like I felt at that moment that she was the one, but I kept on walking. I didn't do shit with it. Like I just let it be, basically. After a while, I like message her through Instagram and stuff, and that's how everything started. But she was like, in that moment, if I would have wear that, you might, you might have not like thought the same thought. I was like, I'm gonna be honest, maybe not. I knew from that moment what conflict it would have given me. Like it is like some kind of thing that you all that you basically send out, basically a message that you send out. Like if you would show your hair, you would like it would tell much about you. You wouldn't. You would be like an open person to me, and when you do the little hoodie thing, it seems like you're closed, not very social. You don't want to be seen. Those kind of things. And she saw like a very friendly, open person, and I wouldn't maybe have that message when she would wear that. It's not because of that, but it would have been a different person to me, like a different vibe that she would send. And yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like the point of the thing is like that you don't want to like get men horny, basically.
Vibe, the different vibe you're talking about. That is really the vibe you want when she is with you. You get me?
Yeah.
If she is with you, it would be really, really nice for you. If her, if she can send these kinds of vibes to other men when she is with you know?
She's a pretty lady. I know that other men will like her, but I know that she will be faithful. That was one of those problems. She thought that I was always jealous, but that wasn't the case. I knew how pretty she was, how fun, how nice she was. So I would know that like other men would fall in love, and I wouldn't blame them for it. But I know that also a lot of men would try to take her, and that's something else. Like it's like I know that they might want to and they might be smarter because like I didn't study. I'm a smart guy basically, but math, I can't say, be honest, I'm fucking retarded in math. Yeah, like yeah, man. I always said no to that shit. Yeah, yeah. Well,
This semester, fuck math.
yeah. Well, basically, that's like a thing that like the guys that she might go to school with, a problem that she wouldn't have. So like they would have qualities that I don't have, you know. So that's what scares me, and I wouldn't blame her if she wouldn't like. Now, if she would have kissed another guy, like this all would be over for me permanently. I would be very hot. No, if she would now kiss another guy while she wants me to give her rest and stuff, it would break my heart, and I would like say to her, "You've made your choice. You've chosen to know what this is between us and to throw it away. It's your choice now. You're gonna live with the consequences. I'm not gonna take you back." That's what I will also do. It would hurt me a lot when she would like stand in front of my door and like would say basically take me back, that I would have to say no just to teach her the lesson. Now that doesn't work. When she kisses another man now, that means that like every beautiful memory that we have, now that would be thrown away. That would be what like that she thinks this guy is good enough for the first moments that you touched me in that particular way. That was also my first moment to touch a woman like that, and was also the first moment for her. So that means that she thinks that guy's worthy enough to basically, like, I don't know if you played the Pokemon games, to overwrite the save, basically, you know? Kind of like that. It feels like that. Like, he's good enough. And no, I was the first. Yeah, he would be probably the first sexually, like really sex, but like, but yeah, I was good, and I how shall I say, with my hands, never with my dick did I do anything with her, you know. So that's like cruel, but like now we understand each other. I'm gonna commit suicide, but in real life, like no, but how shall I say, like it's kind of like you can, I will just describe our relationship with a Pokemon game, and if she would like make out with another guy. Like, I was her first, like, touching and stuff sexually and stuff. We had a very good connection, good love. We fought, like, physically fought, like, but to play. So it was a very fun relationship. Even when I never told her this. I told her that, like, when I argue or when things go bad, I'm happy that it makes me feel so bad. It feels good to feel that bad and to care that much about someone. And she agreed. She told me the same. But I never told her that I loved her, even in arguing. Like, how pretty she looked, how interested I was, even though that I was right sometimes, and she was too darn stubborn to, like, basically tell me, you know? To basically like, even though I saw that she sometimes knew that she was wrong, that she would never like tell, yeah, I'm wrong. Even then I loved her, like, for like, yeah, well, I have that too, you know. I have that too, and to be honest, I have that like more than her, to be stubborn, to be shy and all that. But if I would be always stubborn and always shy, nothing would happen between us in that relationship. Also with how we got to kissing. But like, I loved her, how stubborn she was, and like how she was like, no, even though I'm wrong, I'm right. I don't care. Like, how she looked, how she talked, what the things she said, how she thought. I loved her. I loved basically fighting with her. Physically and like verbally, you know, like talking. Physically was just fun. That was just fun. We were fighting, like, but it was so fun because like she thought she was stronger, but like I was holding so much back, you know, like it was sometimes painful. One time, like, we were broken up, but we were still like meeting up. This was one of those moments that I like was weirded out by her, you know? That I thought she was so weird. She asked me, because like she did a lot of fitness, basically, before we were dating. And she basically told me, like, yo, I did like a lot of like belly muscle, you know? That you make it hard so that like when you punch, that doesn't hurt. And she was like, I want you to punch me as hard as you can in my belly. And like I'm gonna like do that little fitness make it hard thing, you know? And I was like, I would literally obliterate you. I'm not gonna do that. And she was like, oh, why not? Like, and like, she kept like pushing, you know. So I just like maybe not even the half, you know, like maybe a half or maybe even a little more. I don't know, like less than the half, like barely less than the half of my power, you know. Like how shall I say it? Like a little light warning shot. Like if you would fight a guy, like it would even be like it would be your warning shot. Like yo, really back off, kind of like that. So I gave her the punch in the belly. She was like almost like crying or something. I was like, what the fuck? You wanted it though. Like why? Why? Like. She was like, yeah, I could take it. Like, she was like going to the ground. She was not crying, but she was like going to the ground. She was like, yeah, that hurt, huh? Yeah, well, I told you. And I was like, can I now tell you a secret? That was not all my power. I would know that I would literally have destroyed you if I did. And that's like one of those cute moments that we had. I miss those, man. Like that's why in the arguing that I loved about her, she could be like so smart, and it's like one of those persons that in some things she's so much stupider than me, but overall I would say that she's smarter. I can tell that she's smarter, and it's like not hard for me. Like I have this certain arrogance because like I know I have like a high IQ and all that shit, and like I'm a smart person. Like I'm not gonna be I'm not saying that I'm a smart person to be arrogant. I just know that is a fact, and like I say it, and people are like, oh fuck, you're arrogant, but like it doesn't like affect my ego or like my arrogance to tell that she is smarter, because I just know she is. And I loved her for it. Like, but sometimes she could be so stupid, and like it's so weird. She's like one of those people that like can think a certain way, and this and this and this is wrong, until like it's good for her, you know? Until that thing that is wrong is like good for her, like if it can get her what she wants, you know? And that's like an annoying thing. Like she can think like, yeah, you can meet my Belgian family and stuff. You can explain yourself. You can basically justify and stuff. They will accept me anyway. That was not a problem at all. But you cannot think the same about like her Turkish family, you know? Like it's basically just a family. Yeah, there's a conflict, but it's still up to me. And then she's like, no, no, no. So like it's basically the same thing, but like I fucking hate that sometimes.
How long haven't you been talking?
We were together 7 months.
Now, how long since
I don't know. That's like I get crazy for love. That's why I was so careful to tell that she's the one, and to really think through and why is she the one. She has this. For example, like I like arguing with her. That's the thing that you will always have to do at some point in a relationship, and I don't mind. She looks pretty, she is funny, she's interesting when she's arguing. I'm not mad at her. I could never be mad at her. I'm only like disappointed in her. The only reason that I'm now mad at her is because she's hurting herself, not because she's hurting me. I don't fucking care that she's hurting me. That's the worst part.
why do you think she's hurting?
Because I see that she also loves me. I see that that it also uh, inflicts pain to her to like break up. I see that she also wants it back, but she thinks it's just the smartest thing to do for now and stuff. And that's not the case. I think we can work it out. We're both smart people. And it was mainly because of I wanted sex. Yeah, I was a little horny too. And I was a little curious too. But like, I really dialed that down. A lot of people were laughing at me because I didn't have done that stuff yet. And because we were together 6 months and it hasn't happened yet, which was like normal in like with the people that I was at school. So I thought like, wow, maybe we are really fucking it up somewhere. And I didn't really listen to what she want, and that's like something I really regret now, and that will basically always hunt me down, that I acted that way. And I really learned out of my mistakes, and I don't want that anymore, you know? I'm really like, until you're ready. But we can still like love and kiss and hug like we did. But she doesn't see that. She doesn't believe that I really don't want it. She thinks that probably in a few months I will want it again. I'm never saying that I would not want it. Saying now I can give it a time. It isn't like a priority anymore. It's like really her choice now. I see that. I it was like a too serious relationship for me at some points. Some points for her as well. Like for me it was like, it's too serious. I do not know how to do this correctly. Like dealing with sex basically and how that works was really new and hard for me, you know? Like I didn't know how to handle it, so I did the best that I could. She still is mad for me at some things, but it was also the first thing for me, the first way or first time to handle all that. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Uh, yeah. 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 Mm. Yeah. I always thought that I was gonna be better, and I was a lot like better than that, I guess, but in the end, like, it wasn't because of lust. I always thought like, yeah, I'm not gonna be that guy that is with his girlfriend for lust and like all about sex. But when we do have sex, then that's gonna be something that I would want to do a lot, because that's like the best way to show your love and appreciation to each other. And yeah, well, but the thing is, I never thought that I would want to do. I never like thought of it that I would actually want to do it purely out of love instead of lust. You know, I thought it always came with a little lust more, but then like it took me by surprise that I only wanted to do it because of love, and I was like, fuck, it got the best of me. I thought I was gonna be better than this, but I wasn't. Thing is, what was I gonna say again about her? Oh, what the fuck? There's a guy in here. What? Watch it. Shut the fuck up. No, I watched it, bitch. Okay, this guy just told me in in an alley that I need to watch it, and I punched the shit out of him. Yeah, well, thing is, like, I know that that it hurts her and stuff, to do that. And that's why I'm mad at her, that she's hurting herself, because I still love her that much. Like, you know, that she would be, like, angry at anyone who would, like, I don't know, kill your mother, or, like, hurt your mother, hit your mother, rape your mother, whatever, or your dad, or other people that you love. But, like, I have that now at the moment with her because she's doing it to herself. And there's gonna be this day that she might now experience, like, with a guy. And if she, like, wants to have sex with him, good, I hope that's him. But if she regrets it, which I think she will, I had a lot of girlfriends before her. Like, only kissing and stuff and hugging, you know. She was my first on a sexual level. But, like, thing is, I know that she regretted kissing that guy and she would rather have me to be the first one. She told me that. But I know if she has sex tomorrow, for example, with another guy, that she will regret it easily. And I know that I will not be able to forgive her for it, and I would not want her back. I warned her for stuff, and I know that stuff is gonna come out if she does some things, or if she lets it go like this, or if she acts the way she thinks is best now. I'm not gonna take her back, and it's gonna hurt me, but I also have my pride. I'm not gonna let her, like, experiment, and then when she thinks that I'm worthy enough again, let her come back, you know? So, if we ever meet up again and she calls me, I will probably come to that, like, date, whatever thing. But I will ask her, like, would you, like, did you do anything with a guy? Did you kiss another guy? Did you hug another guy in that particular way? Because you have a friendship hug, I don't mind. But as soon as it has something with, like, love in that particular way attached to it, then it's like she forgot me. She has overwritten the save file, you know?
Haven't you tried talking to her?
Oh, many times. Oh, many times. That's why I now need to leave her be. I never took the hint, because I never believed that what she said, like, leave me alone and stuff, that actually was what she wanted, you know? I saw that she still wanted us to be a thing, but she couldn't. I'm like,
I know that feeling. At some point, your heart doesn't accept it.
my heart cannot accept it, but I also saw it. I'm like more of a because I told you
Sorry by your eyes and you realized it by your brain, but your heart still
I realized it with my brain, but I also saw it with my heart. Like it's weird to tell. Like I was always like a very closed kid. I can open feelings. Sometimes I was really cruel. I mean, like I can tell you, for example, my stepmom, the other a few days ago or weeks ago, left the house after 2 years living with us. And I can tell you, I don't give a single fuck. I'm like very like hard as a person. So basically, when I see people like feeling stuff, mostly they overreact to me, at least. And I also do not understand feelings that well. So I I know, for example, that when someone looks sad, he's sad and stuff. But like sometimes they're just overreacting to me, and I basically all you can basically how shall I say it? It's like all my life, I was like studying people, like why and how they react, and I see that a lot of people act very similar, and I see like I saw that she was hurt. I saw that she still wanted it. So it was like, yeah, but we can still can't. You're telling me to go and leave you be, but I see that you don't want it. That you still want it back. That's not really what you want right now. You don't convince me. You're only saying it because it's the best and smartest thing to do. You know? Yeah, she didn't convince me enough, but also, like I saw that she totally doesn't want it. That it was only because it was the smartest or best thing to do that she did it. You know? And now the last time she like said that I was stalking her, and I wasn't, because I told her that I was coming to get my hoodie, and it hurt me because now she doesn't want to talk to me. She doesn't want to see me, but she randomly hangs around with a lot of guys, and that hurts me. I know that probably it are just friends, but it's like in my mind that I know, but still it hurts. Like those how shall I say it? Those nothing guys. After all we had, all I did for you, all we had, it was the most prettiest thing. Everyone told us that we were the one for each other. Like her aunt, I was celebrating New Year's with them, and her aunt just walks in. She was gonna pee, I was gonna pee, and her aunt came back from peeing, but I went to go pee later, and in the same hallway that we needed to cross, I just saw her aunt stop her and told her that she is shining, that she looks very happy. She looks so happy. That she is like shining, you could say. And I just walked into that, and I was like, wow. I knew that was like about me. I knew that was because of me, and I was like surprised that I could do something that good or nice. That aunt said that we were the one. Her mom said that we were the one, and her mom actually agrees with me and is fucking mad about her daughter that she leaves this be like that. Maybe it's a oh yeah, yeah, I know. She told me there are a few times that you need to do it. Okay, yeah, we can do it tomorrow because I think I need to go probably. Yeah, I need to go. It's 3 o'clock. I need to work. Yeah, tomorrow. So I'll actually today. Like, so I need to go. It was nice talking to you. I would like to.
Really pleased to meet
Yes, same. If you can tomorrow, we can continue the talk tomorrow.
you. Sure.
Okay. Bye, my friend. Bye. So, guys, I met this guy and I asked him about his religion, and from one led to the other, and I started talking about my ex-girlfriend. Maybe my future girlfriend or my future wife again. I don't know. Only time can tell. I might even make a video about her. Me talking about her. Might not be something so bad. As a coping mechanism, I think. But also as a... I just want to remember this story. It's a nice story. It's a beautiful story. How we met till the end. With a few bad things. And I think I would come very bad out of it. But I'm not looking to be the good guy. I was a good person to her, but I did some bad things. Mainly about sex, I guess. That's a story for another time. Maybe tomorrow you're gonna get some depth into it, but I'll try to connect all the dots maybe in one video and tell you everything. Bye.